Oh, Tim. Begin to reevaluate what life could be for our family and for other kids like our kids.
So it is our second last day on our bus adventure. That's pretty sad, guys.
We're going to leave the bus. 2 more sleeps. What do you think?
I'm going to miss the bus.
Are you going to miss the bus?
Yeah.
So we have 2 more nights. We're in Kaikoura and we're going to just drive
And
today
I
to
want
Picton
to
and
be
tomorrow take the ferry.
Certainly is stunning where we're staying in Kaikoura. Got the sun coming up over there. Some beautiful mountains. The birds and the ducks over there. How soon do you want to get on the road, or do you want to do some adventuring around here? Yeah! As Jess and I prepared for our last few days in the bus, we started reflecting on the journey that we've taken. Had it met our expectations? Did we achieve what we set out to achieve? I had a look back at some earlier footage to see what we had been saying when we first took off.
Beginning of this year, we both were really feeling like we just really need a time of healing and a season of rest after all that we've been through. We want to take our boys on adventures. We don't want mobility or ability to limit the world that they see. This bus is also going to be a time for us to really hone in on their daily therapy, and we've got some big decisions to make around future surgeries and how we're going to go forward.
Well, some big expectations there, Jess. But I do know you, there had to be more than that.
I think on top of all those other things, I wanted the boys to be able to learn to swim independently. I wanted to do like an hour of therapy every day, just nail that stuff. I wanted them to learn trikes independently, and I wanted to get so rested that I felt bored. Who was I kidding? Here we go, leaving Kaikoura, one of our last sites.
Walkie-talkie.
Thanks, bus driver.
For me, I just wanted to have some fun time as a family and not spend the whole time stressing about problems with the bus. It turns out it's inevitable, even on this last trip.
Hi.
Hi.
What happened?
Well, it's my first bingle. Coming across that little bridge there, I clipped the fence on the
Oh, which side?
indicator on the left.
Oh, Tim. That's not good. Not good at all. Well, as we say, it could be worse.
Well, it's also illegal now, but
Let's try to get to Wellington as quick as possible.
get it fixed.
Beginning bus life, the first month was a lot harder than I anticipated. It definitely wasn't all that I imagined. Getting mechanical issues, just learning how to manage this big vehicle, and lots of really big traveling days. It was pretty tiring, and I actually remember, I think it was only like 6 weeks in that I had our first full day of rest where I felt like, oh my gosh, this is what we wanted. This moment, this being together, having fun, being in nature, away from hospital time. It was an awesome for that day. I remember it while we were by the beach.
So we've arrived at our final resting place on the South Island in Picton. We had a beautiful drive today and stopped off and saw some friends. And look at the sky, it's amazing here. Zaki, do you know how to say hello in Thailand? How do you say it? That's right, and you put your hands together like this, like you're praying. Sawadee ka, and bow your head. Sawadee ka.
One of the questions we didn't know when we started this project, because when we had the idea of the bus, our kids hadn't yet been diagnosed with cerebral palsy, but we knew that they'd probably be needing a little bit of extra space. But even moving into the bus, we actually didn't know if we'd be able to do this. At the time, River had been having chronic pneumonia. He had 13 bouts, I think, last year. And we actually just didn't know, would they be able to do this? Would the space be big enough? And how would we negotiate going out and about in inaccessible places?
So we are in Picton and we are getting on the ferry in about an hour's time. Jess is at a cafe releasing our latest vlog. It's Sunday morning. What should we do, boys? Go to the pirate park.
Say it's your birthday.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It's my birthday too, yeah. They say it's your birthday.
Ah, ye scallywags! Walk the plank! Ah, land ahoy! So that moment where you are on your own with two kids and you realise the double pram is at the bottom of everything.
Some of the biggest challenges that we didn't actually anticipate has been being on our own. It's kind of funny because this is one of the reasons we wanted to do this, to just be able to refocus and recenter. But anyone would know with small kids, it's great to have people around. It just meant Tim and I never got any extra support unless we were visiting with friends. So probably earlier on that was a challenge that we were negotiating, and it actually probably became more of an issue as the bus life went on.
Gonna have to come up with a different solution, I think.
Yes, we're going to a party, party. Yes, we're going to a party, party. Yes, we're going to a party, party.
To the pirate ship!
You're the stinky wag.
Stinky wags! Come on, you stinky wags. Let's go walk the plank.
I would like you to dance.
Hi, me hearties!
Maybe we can watch those people ride the merry-go-round. They want to come and meet all our pirate friends.
See you later.
Wee!
Whoa!
Wee! Thank you. Thank you, Papa. Come on board and meet Stinky Mama.
Come on board, matey. Stinky mama.
Yes.
Okay.
Come and see what Piglin's like.
So I think from 6 weeks on, when I had that first day of just rest on the bus, we started to have these moments, these incredible moments with our kids, these incredible moments in nature. And I think this is where the real healing and the joy and all of this started to begin for me on bus life. The boys really were my guide in this. You know, their delight in the moment, and you know, when we zoned into them, they were just right there with us in the moment, on the bike, in the backpack, in the sand, just breathing it all in.
So we have just arrived in Wellington, coming across on the ferry, and I'm just waiting to get off the boat.
The other huge thing that has come to me on bus life, which I didn't really even, it just sort of came near the end, is this perhaps invitation that maybe labels don't need to hold us back. And that sounds so simple, but I, in my mind, have sort of put these barriers around us. Well, you know, mobility is a challenge and health is vulnerable sometimes. So this is where our family is going. But watching River trying to climb that rock, or watching their enthusiasm for the world, is just, yeah, I'm teary. Yeah, it's just made me begin to reevaluate what life could be for our family and for other kids like our kids. Yeah, that they can experience the world in a big way and they can imagine big things, and that we will get them there in creative ways.
It's good. I'm going to put some really sappy music behind that.
Yeah.
After arriving in Wellington, we had the job of packing up the bus and giving it a good clean for the folks who would be borrowing it while we're overseas. And just as when we were finishing the build, we couldn't have done it without the help of some good friends.
We have done it! Yay! Other than Michelle's perfectionistic drawer.
It doesn't fit.
Us is mostly amazingly tidy. Whatever we could do in 3 to 4 hours. 3 hours?
3 hours
Two
and a
people.
donut.
Yes, and a donut. And I'm going to try and do a few more windows so Tim doesn't have to.
What's
Hey, what do you love?
So Zachy, you want to say goodbye to the bus?
Goodbye, bus.
What do you say to the bus?
Bye.
You going to miss the bus? What are you going to miss?
My bum.
You're going to miss your bunk, are you?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not living in the bus.
we're not living in the bus now.
Why?
And just like that, our bus adventure finishes and a new chapter begins.
Yeah, I think I feel a little bit sad with bus life ending. Yeah, we know we're coming into a harder season for our family with big surgery and therapy. So we're going to need to hold on to all these memories and these moments, and remember to zone into these moments no matter where we find ourselves. So I'm being the wet blanket on this current adventure. Tim wanted to go walking.
Oh, very nice, River. What do you say, Zachy?
Yes.